Hi and welcome to Jagees Cookbook. Well, I'm having my breakfast, an easy, delicious, simple breakfast of egg toasties, and I'm also looking through the net. I needed to find out certain things. Well, what I have to say is that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Breakfast sets you for the whole day. It prepares you and puts you in a very, very good mood. What happens is when we sleep, our body goes without food for about 6 to 8 hours. And when we get up in the morning, what happens is that our glucose level is very low, and we need to replenish the glucose level so that we get energy to do our normal activities. So for that we need good food, and breakfast should be the best meal of the day. It should be nutritious, very simple also. Now, nowadays in our hectic schedule, we don't have time to eat breakfast, let alone make breakfast. So I am going to show you, well, one of my very simple breakfasts. I have shown you lots of recipes before, but this is a very different take. It's called egg toasties. It's more or less like the savory counterpart of the French toast. I'm having it, I had it, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. So you stay tuned. Here on Jagees Cookbook, I'm going to show you exactly how to make my egg toasties. So how we go about these egg toasties are very, very simple. Well, it's much better if we can actually do it beforehand, that is the night before. Mix it all up till the stage of frying, and then you can actually do it the day when you get up, okay? Now, we need some cooked ham, okay? Cooked ham, sausages, no problem. This is a very versatile recipe, so it doesn't really make a difference. I have to heat the pan, and let me light the fire. Okay, a wee little bit of oil. There you go, just a bit, just to aid it along. That's right. And we just tumble in. Now I've diced these cooked ham. Okay, just tumble it along and let it bronze. Great. Now let that be there, okay? While that's going on, okay, what we have to do is we have to prepare the bread for the egg toasties, okay? Now first of all, we have bread, or we need bread. These bread is whole wheat bread, and it's 1 or 2 days old. You don't need to have fresh bread. If at all you have fresh bread, what happens is that once you soak it in the egg mixture, it's very, very easy to break up. So the easiest thing is to keep it in the refrigerator, and let it firm up. Okay, so now this is firmed up, okay, and this needs to be shaped up. Now you can shape it to any shapes you want. So now what we have to do is we have to just cut it. Now I'm just going to cut it into triangular pieces. Makes things easier. Okay, let me get out my knife and just cut it into triangular pieces. I've just taken a random amount of bread pieces. You can take how many you want or how much the egg mixture uses up. Okay, so just cut it along and keep it aside, okay, for the soaking. Meanwhile, keep an eye on the ham, and I always use this for everything. I'm going to use this for the whole thing, or the whole dish, because this is one of the wire whisk. A steel wire whisk is one of my favorite apparatus in the kitchen. It shows I can saute with this, I can whisk with this, and it doesn't get burnt. So it's one of my favorites. Now, next thing what we do is we have to prepare our egg mixture, which is very easy. But this is a sort of, like I said, it's a sort of savory French toast. Only thing, it's more delicious, and it's meant for those who do not, well, like much of sweetness. They want a salty or savory breakfast. And it does involve eggs, which is really good for you. So next what we have to do is, let me just take this out. Now, for the eggs, we need 4 eggs. Now, like I said, this is a very, very go with the flow type of recipe, which, you know, you can take your ingredients, whatever you have in your kitchen, just put it in and do it. It's not a very hardcore, stick to the recipe type of method. It's a very, very, very easy type of flow, easy flow type of recipe. Okay, now this is bronzing up. If you can see, it's really bronzing up beautifully. Now, instead of cooked ham, you can use sausages, you can use bacon, you can use any type of processed meat. Now, if at all you're total vegetarians, avoid the meat, okay? Now, if you do not use eggs, well, you can't eat this, can you? Because these are egg toasties. Okay, now we'll just, this is enough. Just keep this aside, okay? 4 eggs, in this goes. Good. 1, 2, fresh eggs, the better. 3. Now, like I said, my wonderful friend, the steel whisk, is one of my favorite companions. I use this for sauteing. I also use this for whisking. I'm going to whisk this. With this, what we need is 1 to 2 teaspoons. 1 teaspoon is more than enough. 1 teaspoon of corn flour, okay? This is a tip from me. It makes your egg toasties nice and crunchy. Gives that firmness, okay? Mix it along. This wonderful yellow mixture for breakfast. Yellow actually cheers you up. Now, a little bit of salt. That's all according to your taste, okay? Do not oversalt eggs. Never oversalt eggs. Okay, next we need a bit of pepper for spiciness. Again, according to your taste. Okay, and then we whisk it up. Keep this aside. Put our bacon, or our, in this case, our cooked ham. Mix it along. Now next what we need are some spring onions. I like to have a little bit of spring onions, mainly because I don't want to chunk up the mixture with raw onions or big onions. So I'd like to just keep it simple. Okay. And it's less of a headache in the morning. Okay. So just a bit of spring onions. Nice green, beautiful, fresh ones. Lovely. You can add green chilies if you want to, but you will bite into it and it's going to give you a scare in the morning. Just going to put these. Look at that beautiful colors, the yellow and the red. Really cheerful, makes you really happy in the morning. There you go. Now we need a bit of coriander. Now we have coriander in our house, or cilantro, fresh cilantro in our house all the time. So it doesn't make a difference. I'm also going to add a bit of spinach leaves. Now I've got some lovely fresh spinach leaves, which are really nice. And I'm going to just mix it all together. It's not necessary, like I told you, it's not a very hardcore type of recipe. It's a very go with the flow type of recipe. So if you don't have spinach, don't worry, you can still do it, no problem. Now I've got my spinach and my coriander. Like I said, you don't need to have spinach. If you don't have spinach in your house, don't worry. It's no problem. You can just go with the cilantro. You need some kind of green leaves, which will give you that energy and the vitamins and minerals you really need. Next, what we need is I'm going to use my mezzaluna in the morning, which makes things easier. Okay, so just going to chop these up. Now I love using the mezzaluna because it has this slow rocking movement, which is really, really relaxing. And it makes sure that I won't cut my fingers. I mean, there's no reason that you can't use your usual knife, but since I've got a mezzaluna, I love using this. Okay, there you go. And in this goes along in the egg mixture. Next, what we need is tomatoes. Now, if you're using tomatoes, do not use milk. Otherwise, if you're not using tomatoes, you do not like tomatoes for some reason, you can use a little bit of milk. Now, I'm not using milk in this. You need to use, well, around 1 or 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm not using milk in this recipe mainly because I'm using tomatoes. Tomatoes have their own juices, their own acidic juices, which is more than enough for this recipe. Okay. All I need, nice fresh tomatoes. Now these tomatoes are good for you. Contains a lot of vitamin C and lycopene, which is very good for you. Cooked tomatoes are much better than fresh tomatoes. And if you don't mind, you can use your mezzaluna, no problem. Now, meanwhile, what we have to do is we have to heat up our pan. Okay, I've got a pan out here. That is to fry our egg toasties. And we'll start off with frying our egg toasties. Very simple, don't worry. Okay, all you have to do is just keep at it. Then, great, wonderful. Next, what we do is we just plop this wonderful tomato mixture into the actual egg mixture. Great. We need our breads and a wee bit of olive oil or canola oil or any type of oil, anything you actually want. So I'm going to use my canola oil. A little bit of oil. The canola oil is very healthy for you, so don't have to worry about the oil bit. Next, what we have to do is mix the whole thing up. We haven't mixed anything up already. Now all the mixture, all the things, all the ingredients are actually put into the egg mixture, and the juices of the actual tomatoes are aiding it, or it's giving it that liquid consistency. If you're not using tomato, like I said, you can add a tablespoon or 2 of milk. Remember, you can make this mixture the previous night and keep it in the refrigerator. Actually, cover it with the cling film. So till this stage, you can actually do it the previous night. Okay, and the next stage, you have to do it in the morning. Now, if you're you have no time at all, then you can actually do the whole thing, okay? Fry the thing, keep the whole thing in the refrigerator, and then just put it in the microwave, heat it up, and then you're ready with breakfast. Okay, now this is heated up well. Just mix the whole thing up. Now to dip my beautiful bread, we need, well, a flattish type of bowl. And there I have. I'm going to put this mixture. First I'm going to test whether, the salt is enough or not. Okay. It needs a bit of pepper and a wee bit of salt, because I always undersalt my dishes. And if at all you need salt, you can actually add it. It's no problem with it. But if you oversalt it, you won't be able to do anything. Okay, now mix the whole thing up. Now, this is a wonderful, glorious mixture. If you're taking it up from the fridge, whisk it up a little and then just pour it on, just a little bit, little by little. Then take our wheat bread. I always recommend wheat bread rather than white plastic bread, which is not good, or it doesn't have any nutritive value. So just going to put the whole thing. Do not soak, okay, the bread for too long because it will break. And if you use fresh bread, it's going to really make big problems for you. So here I go. Lovely. And try to keep a little bit of mixture on the top so that you get this lovely, gorgeous filling on the top, or topping on the top. Repeat that with all the other slices, as much as slices you can. Make sure that you do it quite generously, not sparingly. There. And the smell of this will make your children, your husband, all the people in your family just run to the kitchen and say, "Ooh, what's cooking for breakfast?" At this stage, this actually frying stage, you can do it in the morning, which is very easy. All you have to do is fry it and you can eat it as fresh as possible. Otherwise, fry it up, okay? You can fry it up and then you can refrigerate it. Just heat it up in the microwave and you're ready with your wonderful breakfast. Space for one more. Just pour the egg mixture so that, you get that lovely eggy type of, after all, this is an egg toast. Eggy toast. Great. Now let this fry well. Now I've got my hands all messed up. I need to wash my hands, which is very good because once you handle eggs or chicken, you have to wash your hands before and after handling chicken or eggs. Okay? There, I'm done. All I have to do is just dry myself. I'm good as new. Next, we have to see our egg toasties, how they're doing. Make sure they're not burnt, because we don't want burnt egg toasties for breakfast, do we? Now, we just flip the sieve over very carefully so that, we don't lose our topping. Our beautiful, precious topping. Yum. See how easy and simple it is, yet so nutritious and delicious. Make sure you use a non-stick pan. It's much easier, mainly because it avoids the sticking mess at the bottom and it makes things much easier for you. Now, just press it down a bit so that the whole part of the egg toasties gets really toasted. Make sure it's on low to medium heat. Do not put it on high heat. If at all you do not have time to do this in the morning, do this the previous night, like frying up in the previous night. And then you can just store it in the refrigerator in an airtight container. All you have to do is get up in the morning and reheat it in the microwave, eat it, and you're ready. I think my egg toasties are ready too. It all depends. There are people who love eggs which are half done, partially done, fully done, bronzed. Different type of people have different likings towards their egg, the way the eggs are cooked. Now, you can take it as how you like it. Like you can have it like half done or, a little bit gooey inside. or you can have it fully toasted. It all depends upon you. I think mine are done according to my taste and desire. Just this and just flip this on. Oh, gorgeous. Looks beautiful. Now you can serve this with, well, tomato ketchup, mayonnaise, coconut chutney, whatever you want. Chili sauce, no problem. All beautiful and lovely. And so these egg toasties are wonderfully done, toasted, and look at this, so beautiful. I mean, all the colors are there because of the tomato, the bronzed ham, then we have our coriander and our spinach, all of which are, well, fully not necessary. You can do whatever you want, but is a very sure treat for you and wonderful breakfast in the morning.